I'm thinking that Madonna might be from the Caribbean because when I grew up, right? There was this thing that I grew up always hearing from my aunties and my mother that if you wanted to get a man to fall in love with you, there was a way that they would do it. There were two ways. And one was called sweat the rice. And the other one was like, okay, what you...
Hey, shalom, brothers. This is Brother Howard of GMS Toronto, coming back with another one. Just the other day, Elder Tehar made a video. I can't remember the name of the video, something to the effect of don't eat from women or something. And I saw this video and I was just like, it's just more and more evidence coming out on how this world that we live in is so satanic and it's so Luciferian, because there is so much different rituals people do every single day that they don't even know that they're doing to different idols or to different gods, to where the black woman, so-called, can go on national television and say that this is what they do. First of all, the truth is coming out, so there's no more hiding the truth. Second of all, these women are not afraid to hide their wickedness anymore because there's no more shame in the world. Shame has been completely erased from the planet Earth. So everybody just feels comfortable saying and doing whatever they want. They're under the vibration of Thelema, right? Which is do as thou wilt, which was created, which I can't say was created, but it's the mindset or the mantra of Aleister Crowley, right? Just like you have Nike, just do it, or you have Drake, YOLO. What is that letting you know? Nike is a Luciferian company. Drake is a Luciferian witch, right? That's why he has that mindset, which is YOLO, right? You only live once. What is he telling you? He's telling you, because you only live once, do whatever you want to do. And is that true? Do you only live once? No, you don't. No, you don't. Right? You are going to be judged for everything that you do on earth, or should I say in the flesh. When you're in the flesh, you are going to be judged for everything that you do. That's when you could sin, because when you're in the spirit, you're perfect. You can't go off. All right?
Do is you make your lovers or your hopeful lover their favorite meal, but when you cook it, you put a pair of your used underwear in the pot, and then you serve him.
Hey, and look at all the women trying to act surprised, right? All these Caucasian women are trying to act surprised, like they don't know what this is about. This is witchcraft, man. And these Caucasian women do the same thing, right? You had the lady, why am I calling her a lady? The actress Angelina Jolie, her ex-husband, Billy Bob Thornton or something like that. She used to walk around her neck with his blood, right? To let you know that they were bonded together, right? They were joined together by blood, right? They were two witches, right? They probably did sacrifices together, probably sacrificed children, right? They probably did sex rituals together. Okay? This is what these people practice, man. This is what they do. Now, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 19, and it reads, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Right? So if you add up all the wickedness on the planet Earth, you cannot compare it to the wickedness of a woman. It says, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So there will be judgment for the woman. But in this society right now, they're living their best lives. Because in this society, they're being worshipped, they're being pedestalized, and there's no consequences for any single one of their bad behaviors. Their bad behaviors, their disrespect, their lewdness is being excused. Look at the fake. Look at the fake. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this has happened. I can't believe she's saying this. The only reason why they're shocked is that they can't believe she's saying this on national TV. These are secrets that they want to go to their grave with. These are not secrets that they want men to know. These are secrets that they hope men don't know. And the majority of you men don't know these secrets. And that's to your detriment. Right? You men that don't know these secrets, that's to your detriment. Right? You have to know what to look for. You have to understand the nature of the woman. Not to be so overly suspicious of her that you now become distrusting. You just know how to move, right? Like if you're with your woman and you guys are cooking together, that's different. But if you know a woman brings you a plate of food and she's like, hey honey, hey, I made you this, and you never seen her make it, hey, you know, I'm not saying you should eat it, man. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should eat it, bro. Honestly. You know, or if you go home and then she's just like, no, honey, everybody already ate. It's just you that's left to eat. And and there's no leftovers. The everything else is being thrown away. There's no leftovers in the fridge. And you're just getting the last portion of the meal. I'm not saying you should eat that, bro. You know, just use your wisdom. Be wise.
With you. And the other one is, oh, it gets worse. The other one is, you cook a pot of rice because we eat a lot of rice. But what you do is once the rice is finished cooking and it's steaming, you take off your underwear and you kind of hover and you put your essence. And then you serve.
Hey, and she's telling the truth. And she's telling the truth. And the best way to do this is when the woman is on her menstrual cycle, right? These are called blood rituals. There's all types of blood rituals. And that's how you know that that's a witch. A witch uses bodily fluids. That's a bad witch, or a quote unquote dark witch, or a black witch. You have white witches. White witches mostly use spells, or they use nature, right? They will mix up this herb or that herb, right? Or they might go out in nature and pray, or they might, you know, write a spell on a piece of paper and put it in the water, or a stream of water, or a river, or something like that, right? Or they might pray to this tree, or they might wait for a particular day when the moon is in a particular type of phase, right? But then you have the dark witches. The dark witches, they'll do some sick shit. They'll use period blood. They'll use actual blood. They'll use shit. And when I say shit, I mean feces, right? They'll use feces to do their witchcraft, right? They'll use spit, right? They'll use a sperm. These people use all types of bodily fluids to accomplish whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish, man. These are sick, demonic, demented people, right? And these people are actually disgusting, right? They promote not bathing. A lot of these people will go days without bathing just to make sure that that ritual is more powerful, right? A lot of these women will make you perform cunnilingus on them while they're on their period and not tell you, right? Yeah, man. These women in Jamaica, we also have something called seasoned breasts, right? So if you're a person that doesn't perform cunnilingus, or you don't eat your woman out, they'll finger themselves and then they'll touch their breasts and they'll make sure that you suck their breasts, right? That's what these women do, bro. Honestly, this is the sick world that we live in, right? And that's why this society has to be destroyed. This is Proverbs 6, verse 24, and it reads, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue, of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Right? So these women who are actually in marriages, they're hunting for precious life. Right? Because they want you men to go off. You know why? Because adultery brings forth death. And that's why I started it off. There is no wickedness like the wickedness of a woman, man. None. Especially in this society where there's no consequences. Women are like children. There need to be consequences for there not to be bad behavior. That's why the scriptures tells you not to spare the rod, right? When it comes to children, because that's how you show you love them. You don't let women get away with bad behavior, just like you don't let children get away with bad behavior. But because we live in a society where you cannot chastise, you cannot correct, you cannot check the woman, guess what? The woman don't give up. She doesn't give a fuck. All right? It says, for by the means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, like Will Smith. Right? Like Will Smith. Right? There's so much men in the society that have been brought to a piece of bread just because of a woman, man. And the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Okay? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 6, and this is in the Apocrypha. It says, but a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. And don't we live in that society now? That's why these women are always telling men that, oh no, you can't have another woman, because they're jealous over other women, man. Right? They don't understand that's what's going to create the order that most of these women need. These women have an inflated sense of self. They're really and truly narcissistic. What does that mean? That means that they are self-worshippers. So you don't give a self-worshipper the ultimate role alone. Right? Someone who is a narcissist or a self-worshipper needs to be humbled. How do you humble the woman? You let her know that she is replaceable if she's not acting according to your dictates. Simple and plain. It says, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he had held a scorpion. Okay? And that's an evil wife. And most men are in relationships with evil women. Right? Verse 8, a drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. Verse 9, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Okay? Let's look at these women.
When I heard that, I was like,
See, these are haughty women. These are whorish women. They all are, right? And they all might be married too.
has been talking to somebody from the Caribbean because this ain't new, honey.
Look, see, even her as well, right? They all have it, and these are old women. These are mature women.
This ain't new.
See, look at her. That's a haughty woman, right? That's why she's getting hot, because she's like, damn, maybe I exposed a little bit too much. And look, somebody married her. Look at her finger. This is a married woman, man. And she's telling you this ain't new, and she's 100% correct. This has been around for years and years and generations. People have been doing this, man. And that's why in this society, this modern day Babylon, this modern day Egypt, after this, you women will never be able to practice anything like this again, right? That's why I've been making videos and I've been saying, you women better live it up, right? You wicked women, you wicked men, right? You heathens, you all better live it up now, because after this, you're done. And there's going to be judgment for everything. Obviously, you Israelite woman, you're going to be perfect. So you don't even get to go off. You're lucky. Yo, you Israelite women, you can't tell me that you're not lucky, man. You can't tell me that you're not going to be blessed, because you women will never get to go off again, which means that us men, we won't have to ever correct you. And you're lucky, because we will be in our power and we will have the power to correct you, but you will never go off, which is a beautiful thing, right? A lot of you women, you're going to get your shame here on this side of the earth. Your shame is going to come here. This is verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through over much liberty. And what do these women have in this society? What do these women have? Even our young daughters who are not yet women, right? Well, ain't none of these females women, because women mean servant, and these women ain't serving nobody but themselves and their lusts, right? And their greed and their narcissistic ways, right? Verse 11, watch over her, watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. So imagine in this society, we can't even do that. It says, marvel not if she trespass against thee, because this is what they're going to do. It's their nature. And because this society upholds them and exalts them and worships them, us as righteous men, we have no say. Verse 12, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. And you men should know what that's talking about, right? You should know what that's talking about. That's very graphic, all right? The scriptures is being very graphic right now on how disgusting our women are. And it's true. And it's true, right? And these women do it quick, man. All they need is a little bit of time. They'll come here, they'll do what they need to do, and boop, they go home and they act like they're good. They act like they're righteous. Oh yeah, I was at school all day. I was doing this all day. Not knowing she probably was getting gangbanged. Right? It says, by every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. You know what that's talking about? Her quiver is talking about her vagina. The arrow is talking about a phallus, a penis. Meaning that she's getting what we call in the street, she's getting battered. She's getting dug out. Right?
I'm thinking that Madonna might be from the Caribbean, because when I grew up, right, there was this thing that I grew up always hearing from my aunties and my mother, that if you wanted to get a man to fall in love with.
See, and her aunties and her mother is who taught her, right? So this is like a life skill to these women, right? This is what she was taught. This is Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 44. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. She get it from her mama, right? So that's how you know the Bible, first of all, is written for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because we still use these terms today. Right? We still use these proverbs today. Who are the people that have proverbs? Right? The Israelites. Right? We use a lot of proverbs. That's just how we speak. Okay? Which should let you know the people who wrote the Bible. Right? But I'll end it off there. And with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and the elder apostles of GMS that rule well and teach well, and to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. I like to say shalom, right? Kwam Yasharala, abad babal to this wicked, sinful, evil kingdom, And I beg Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to destroy it off of the face of the earth. Babakusha, the water, Yahweh.